Right. So everybody, I'm out here at the Shawnee Run waterfall and training my son, and found an opportunity for an ad hoc lesson. So I told him, I said, you see this here still water? This water's actually moving. And he didn't believe me, so what I did was I proved it mathematically with inflow, the fact that it's not increasing and there's an outflow. And if you look deep inside there, you can see that the water is pushing things and moving it around. So we also made a boat and we put this on there. So what does this tell us? This tells us about, so remember that water is the physical manifestation of the Tao. So it is clear, it's the way the universe teaches us about ourselves. It can give life and it can kill you. In the same way your karma can be good or it can kill you. Right? It doesn't care. So Tao is flowing everywhere, it's changing always. And in this case, it's changing in subtle ways, in little eddy currents. You can see the leaf boat has disturbed the water, but the disturbance only creates an aura around it. That's just like people. Right, so you can have you have a toxic person on the subway, and you can have another person that just fell in love and they're in heaven. They could be sitting right next to each other. Ideally, of course, you wouldn't want the person in love sitting next to the toxic, capable person, because they're going to sap them. Right, that's how the dark side works. It's always sapping. So anyways, you see how the current is actually surprisingly moving here. It's not going directly towards the outlet. It's moving in curls, probably because underneath it's flowing and it's creating these eddies that come off the side like this. So when it finds a place, it will be sucked in. In the same way, people, they find a place in life or find a city to live in and they get sucked into that place. Now, the theme of the hike for today with Orion was to teach him about how the Tao is always about flowering. And the flower has a time when it's alive, so it's starting to turn now. It has a time when it's alive, and it has a time when things flourish, and then when they rot, and then they die. So the question is, how to maximize the science that I'm teaching to where it's actually going to help you to regrow cells, keep your telomeres, keep your endocrine, and have vitality as well as longevity, right? Everybody wants to talk about longevity, but it's nothing without vitality. Well, the main thing is, don't get stuck in these circles that drain you. I've met plenty of spiritual people, and they look like hell. Why do they look like hell? Because they've ejected all their energies as they shared with other people, their spiritual energies, but they didn't do anything to refresh themselves. So the flower got old and withered. Okay, you don't want that. You want to keep your body young and supple. Tai Chi is good for that. Yoga, Qigong, all these things are really good for that. But the main thing is, you got to keep moving. And you got to keep refreshing. You plant new seeds. And when the flower and the fruit are rotten, right, the fruit is the result of the flowering, and that's all alchemical. But if the fruit or the flower are rotten, you got to replace them or you got to abandon them. And if that's part of your overall medicine, just put the pot on low. Don't let the water go out. Don't let the fire go out. And then later on, you can come back to it. Now, if we stayed here forever, of course, this leaf would eventually find its way on down here. And that's how we know that, the fluids are moving. And now we can see like tiny little specks in the water too, also doing things. And see if you'll be able to spot the living creature that was moving around down at the base there too. And I wish you the best of days and many blessings.